Now, in today's video, I want us to talk about quite a number of things, right? Number one, it has been said that Senzo Meyiwa, he should not have died. The death of Senzo Meyiwa, it should not have happened, right? Number two, I want us to talk about the investigation team that was assigned. Number three, I want us to talk about the involvement of the likes of Mangena. Mangena has been involved in this case from the beginning, right? We will also talk about things that were said that Senzo Meyiwa was robbed or was gunned down just for a phone. That is exactly what they are saying. Also, there was an identity kit that was released back then, which is something that we'll talk about as well, right? We will need to talk about all of those things, and combined, we will come to a very, very interesting conclusion. Now, if you remember vividly, there was a team of investigators that were involved in that case. Now, there are quite a number of reports that came out how those investigators were not accommodated into that case, and they were told they were not allowed to investigate that case. That was some of the reports that went out. Also the task team, so we're supposed to believe the SAPS and their efficiency, but at the same time, independent investigators, they were not allowed. So the question that you need to ask yourself is, if there is nothing to hide, why do you shut the private investigators, and then you don't want them associated or anyway close to that case? That is a question that I think a lot of us probably we have. We will probably come to a certain conclusion today, right? Provided that you're interested. If you are interested, then please stick around. As you stick around, there's only one favor that I'm requesting from you guys, and that favor is that you subscribe, you like the video, and you do comment in the comment section below. Why do you need to do all of these nice things, good people? You need to do it because doing it does help out a lot when it comes to the YouTube algorithm to promote and spread this video to as many people as possible. So definitely, good people, the power here is in your hands. Please exercise that power in favor of this video. You need to like this video, take it to 1,000 likes. You need to comment in the comment section below. It's free of charge. You also need to share this video. It's free of charge, guys. You need to watch this video until the end. It's free of charge. You need to watch the ads. It's free of charge. So if all these things are free of charge, why don't you do it, guys? Like, honestly speaking, I'm still trying to figure out why don't you do it. But again, I've got some few announcements to make, right? The next video from this video, I will be giving you guys my WhatsApp, the WhatsApp number that we're gonna be using to communicate. Please do not abuse this WhatsApp number, right? You will only chat with me via WhatsApp. Do not call this number because I'm always busy with other things. So if you call, you are most likely not going to find me. Number two, when you send a message, just go straight to the point. Hi, hood, hi. Please avoid that because I might come out as if I'm rude, because think about it this way. There are a lot of people that wants to engage. So just introduce yourself. You know what I'm saying? Then yeah, let's start the conversation right there, please. I'm begging you guys, please. And yeah, you can, with that WhatsApp number, you can send anything. If you want to summarize the case your own way, send it to me. It's fine. If you send some articles, it's fine. We can talk about anything. If there's a case that you want me to talk about, it's fine. Or a story, you know what I'm saying? It's fine. Just anything related to this YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying? Okay, some things, yeah, yes. Yeah, nevertheless, yeah, I did get, as you can see, we've got a new lighting. I told you that I'm buying a backup We've got a backup as well. This time I used it as well to install a new fiber. I was using a fiber from Vox, which was very poor. Sometimes I will upload a video or 30-minute video that will take probably 3 hours. I tested the one year Vuma, a 1-hour video. Took less than an hour. So I'm hoping and wishing that Vuma is gonna be the best. So we removed Vox. Those are the things that were happening. There's now a backup in terms of electricity. Even if there's heavy load shedding, don't worry, we will always be on par. Even if during Senzo Meyiwa they decide to give us stage 7, as long as the case is broadcasted, you're now gonna have everything. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to you, as you continue to watch the video, that's how you contribute and you make it possible for me to buy those things. And you know what I'm saying? Because I've realized that there are people who are saying, we don't watch the case, we depend on you. So now I realize that, you know what? I need to go buy that backup. And I must tell you that, you know, looking at this material, these things, it costed 15,000. The lights that I'm using now, I've dimmed them. They are that bright. I can record even in the middle of the night at anywhere in this world. Even if I'm in the forest, I can use these lights. They've got a backup battery. I'm just showing you that we are buying certain things so that we can back up. Now, I know I've taken far longer, but yeah, let's get into this one, guys. Somebody was saying here that the case of Senzo Meyiwa shouldn't have happened. Allow me to read this, right? It's quite very much important. So somebody said the following. Somebody was reporting, I think it was on Parliament, says, I also want to say that the government of South Africa, wait a minute, it was President Ramaphosa. He was not President then, but he says, Ramaphosa said the whole country was saddened by the untimely death of Senzo. Just talking about the death of Senzo Meyiwa. He then said, I also want to say that the government of South Africa, we also pass our condolences to the family of Senzo Meyiwa. Indeed, to the fans of football and his club as well. Now he says, everybody in our country is saddened by his untimely death. This is a death that should not have happened, and we are deeply sorry. And we are robbed of a great talent that could have made our nation proud. Now, the word that I was so keen on here was when Ramaphosa says this death should not have happened. There's wisdom in those words. What privilege? What information did he have that made him to say this death should not have happened, right? Because remember, by then he was already a deputy president. Because this is happening. Senzo Meyiwa died during the period where Zuma was still the president. So you will remember that during that time, Ramaphosa was the deputy president. So this is happening during the time where he was already in the office. So being a deputy president, you have the privileges, you know what I'm saying? Privileges in terms of intelligence report and all the stuff. So I refuse to just look at this statement on a face value. I think there's more to the words, this should not have happened. But let's continue as well. Because I told you, I promise you, we are looking at different articles today. There was another one that was released, which is quite interesting. It was released on 28th of October. It was published by Batoma Molosokwa and Kutlwano Oliphant, right? And this is what they say. In that article, this is what they said. I'm interested on. Oh yes. There we go. So there was an announcement. I want us to follow something here. Now the announcement was a multidisciplinary police task team is hunting them, and the SAPS reward for information was raised to 250,000 rand. I want you to tell me this now. After 250,000 rand reward, I wanted you to look at the situation. Then, boom, now we've got Zungu. There's 250,000 rand reward that was promised to anybody that will get the information. It was placed then. You know what I'm saying? And then, boom, we've got Zungu. What a perfect liar. What a liar. And if I tell you that Zungu is a liar and you don't believe me, wait, Zungu is about to be exposed. You know what I'm saying? There is a lot of information that is coming up from the families, from the family. So I'm saying, is that a coincidence that there was 250,000 rand a reward back then? And look, for everybody that is gonna come forward with an information, boom, we've got Zungu. Zungu is busy lying. Is he not chasing the reward? You know what I'm saying? Because at this moment, he wanted to appear as, you know what I'm saying, as the key witness here, one that can link accused number 1 up to 5 perfectly. You know what I'm saying? And guys, by me saying this, I'm saying this because of the information that I've already received, where it has been said that the shooting of Snako happened in 2017. He is saying it happens in 2014 so that he can collaborate the story. Right there, he's lying. I'm saying there's 250,000 rand reward to a person that is going to get the killers of Senzo Meyiwa with inverted commas. At the same time, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe my mind is running a little bit wild. I don't know. All I know is that there's 250,000 reward. There's a liar Zungu. There's money in liar Zungu. I don't know what to trust. You're gonna do the maths yourself. But let's continue again. Then they said the police team involves national and provincial investigators, include Captain Chris Mangena, the ballistic expert who worked on the case against Oscar Pistorius. Forensic experts are compiling identity kit of the shooters, and the crime intelligence is looking for the cell phone stolen from the house. That's another story as well. What happened to the crime intelligence that were looking for the cell phone? Didn't they find the cell phone? Oh, it proves beyond reasonable doubt. You know, guys, there are lies here. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lie because, come on, we were told if these people were really searching for the phone, is it not Mosia? Not just long ago, guys. Thabo Mosia told a story that the cell phone was used and it was connected in a tower that was at Mulelek, if I'm not mistaken. So if that tower, if the phone was connected to that, and it's multiple times, yet here you are hearing that they were tracing that phone. So they knew the phone is around this place. So you mean that intelligence department couldn't pick the phone up? I don't know. You are gonna tell me that. I don't know. Me, I don't know. You are gonna tell me that. Now, Meyiwa was shot dead while visiting his look, okay, let's leave that one. It's not important. So I wanted to show you that good man. There's something that does not make sense here. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to remind you of this. When I mentioned the price here, that the upgrade costed this much, I forgot to tell you that I took an amount of money that was supposed to be used to get people, the local, it's a budget from the people that are supposed to work for this channel. Because from what I know, I learned this from Dibuti that he budgeted their payment for about a period of 6 months, and then he hires them, knowing that she hires them, knowing that she can pay them for the next 6 months. So me buying this backup, it's actually me taking from that budget. Please do watch the ads so that we can compensate that money, and then we be able to hire people that will come and assist in this YouTube channel. So that's the reason I was mentioning the 15,000 splashed on at getting the backup system, the backup system, the inverter, a biggest inverter that can run not all half of this house, no, except the fridge and the stove only. But yeah, that's the reason. But we will make sure that we get a person that is gonna come and assist. I need about 3 people. So yeah. Now there was another story that was recorded or have been it's said to have been said by a neighbor. The story was released by Mpho Rabo Rife. Now I don't know. I don't wanna be the guy that mispronounce somebody's surname and then she's gonna come crazy at me if it's she or if it's he, I don't know. But again, Busisiwe Dube, who lives on the same street as same street as actress Kelly Kumalo, said to have heard what sounded like the fireworks at the time. 27-year-old national team Orlando Pirate goalkeeper Senzo was shot. There's something that is interesting about that, right? Remember a person that has the bang. Do you remember who had the bang? The person that has the bang was Ntapseng. And it's only Ntapseng that is cold. Don't worry. We're getting there. Now, Senzo was a very friendly person. He always greeted us, hooted or waved, she said. Dube says, okay, let's continue. He had promised to give us a bottle of alcohol after the win against Ajax this weekend, right? Which was then. I hope they find the killers and arrest them and punish them. But what this person goes on to describe, he says the sound of his killing or of the shooters, the incident or where the gun was fired, she or he, I think it's she, yes. She's saying it sounded like fireworks. So fireworks sounds, to me, fireworks sounds, I don't know if you are aware of what I'm saying. If it's fire, because if we are saying a revolver was used in that incident, then a revolver has a certain sound, right? But if it is an automatic gun, that's the gun that will then sound more or less sound like a fireworks, right? So I am sitting here and thinking to myself, Ntapseng had a bang, pa, and then one person ran to the park. Second bang, pa. Two people went to the. How does fireworks sounds like that? Qua, 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 and that's it. It's a question. It's a question. It's an ask. It's an ask. Does fireworks sounds like that? Is this not a witness worth calling? But then they will say it's a hearsay evidence. I know. Like I was saying, good, okay, obviously they're going to say, no, that's a hearsay evidence, so we will not take that. That is exactly what they are going to say, of which, okay, at this moment we will say, okay, we get that. We get that. You guys are not going to take it because it's a hearsay evidence. However, we need to look at this. Even Ntapseng actually cannot define the people that she said she saw running into the park. So in other words, if you are scrutinizing Ntapseng's version of the story, it's more or less like a hearsay. Wouldn't it be interesting to get this? Because from me, it sounds like the gun that was used here was an automatic firearm. It was never a rifle. Look, it was never a 9mm does have those similar features, because with a 9mm as well, to those who have been into a firearm school, you are often trained to shoot. We are trained to release 10 bullets in 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying? That's when they ask you to be that efficient. You go pop pop pop. Go. So they want you to make that gun sound more or less like an automatic, but you need to control how you do that, because that firearm is most likely to jam. There's a word for it, but the normal word that you will use, it's called, you will have said it jamile, but that's not the word we use there. So if you are shooting, you need to be cognizant, or you need to be aware of the fact that you shoot and then, because it's not an automatic gun where we can just press. That one you press. You look the trigger. You must make sure that you press and you release. You press and you release. You allow the gun to function properly, because if not, the bullet will get stuck in between, in the barrel as well. So those are some of the things that you look when you are listening to this, what this person is saying. versus how the firearm function, you kind of come to a conclusion and say, la, okay, I don't know. But then it contradicts. It would have, even if it was a 9mm, then it still contradicts a lot of things, because we are told only one bullet was shot in the house, and then the 2 bullets were shot outside. The current version says the shooting happened inside. There's no shooting that happens outside. If that's the case, there's no substantial evidence to back it up to say, okay, that was a 9mm then, to get a point. So I thought it was interesting when I was looking at what people said then about the story. Now let's look at another one which was released then. It was said that Senzo Meyiwa, wait a minute, why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? It was said that it was deleted for a cell phone. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, wait a minute, is that a current version, or what has changed in this version? But again, let me say this. It says, Bafana captain killed over a cell phone. That's the caption of the article. The article was released by who? Who released that article? It was released by Mark Grison. He released the article on the 27th of October 2014. Now he said the following. He said, we can confirm that Orlando Pirates keeper Senzo Meyiwa has been shot and sadly declared dead on arrival at the hospital, said SAPS on their Twitter account. Then they said, we must emphasize the break of protocol. We know there are upset and hurt people right at the house where the incident occurred at the hospital. Now, there's something that does not make sense here. Now, pay attention to this. The break of protocol that is not explained. Which protocol has been breaked or broken? Whatever you want to use. Whatever word you want to use, right? The other time I got scrutinized for confiscating. Ankoshwang. Ankoshwang. You made a meal out of it. Ankoshwang. Okay, Ashulane. No, Benjamin, I'm forgiving. I'm gonna pass. Otherwise, okay. Yeah, me and the tribes. We cool. We can make jokes, and you know what I'm saying. And yeah, it's always fun. We can't always be serious. We always have to. They are allowed to make fun of me as long as they are not rude. So why not? It's fine. You know, I'm fine. You At the end of the day, we're a family. That's what I know. We can assure all South Africans that we will do all we can to bring Meyiwa's killers to book, the police said, or further on their Twitter account. At the time when they wrote that, they said the amount was, the reward was 150,000 rand. Now, remember that I told you that. I told you that Senzo Meyiwa, it has been said that he was killed just over a cell phone, right? Look, Bafana Captain Senzo Meyiwa was shot dead by intruders in the township near what. Now listen to this one. All of that happened because of a cell phone. There was then a tweet that was made by let's start with this one. Ivan Kosa. Ivan Kosa says, "This is a set loss to whichever way you look at it. To Senzo's family, his extended family, Orlando Pirates, and to the nation," says Dr. Ivan Kosa in a statement. Then, his teammate Utsepo Maselela tweeted, "How do you kill someone for a cell phone?" Right? And that's the question. Now, that was the narrative that was sold then. That is the truth that was said to be the truth then, right? I am interested to find out, or help me make sense of this. When did we change? Where, I'm looking for the right word here. Today, do you notice that in the current version, it's not about a cell phone. Senzo Meyiwa's death has got nothing to do with a cell phone. Tell me if I'm lying. Maybe it's me that I don't understand anything. But if I'm listening to whatever is being said today, if you're looking at what Senzo Meyiwa said to have died for, it is not a cell phone, right? Senzo Meyiwa had pinned the intruders against the wall. That's the current version that we got from Abu Tumelo, telling us how he had pinned the intruders against the wall. So when was he shot for a cell phone to begin with? Now, not long ago, I proved to you by giving you an by recording a video and showing you that there's an article again by IOL that they released then, which then it was said that Senzo Meyiwa died protecting Kelly Khumalo. So you are hearing one on the other hand, Senzo Meyiwa died because because of a cell phone, right? No problem. We're listening to that what? Same people, Senzo Meyiwa died protecting Kelly Khumalo. Okay, so now we begin to be confused. Senzo Meyiwa kahle wafelan. That's the question that now we begin to ask and say, hey, wait a minute. Senzo Meyiwa kahle wafelan vele because died protecting Kelly Khumalo, died for a cell phone. Oh, okay. Not to mention the fact that there was a confession, right? Now, I did a video, ne? That video says how accused number 1 to 5 got arrested, right? In that, watch that video. You will notice that in an affidavit issued by Colonel Bongan Mangena, he said, is it Bongan Tana? I forgot accused number 1 or 2, between the two, yes. He said Bongan Ntazi had made a confession to members of the official members of the SAPS, and also I think he had made a confession either in Rustenburg Magistrate Court and Boksburg Magistrate Court. In the confession, we get the following, right? We get to be told, according to Bongan Ntazi's confession, he got into that house and Senzo Meyiwa threw a chair. And when he threw a chair, he realized that Senzo Meyiwa was retaliating. And because of his retaliation, he warranted Bongan Ntazi to shoot at Senzo Meyiwa. Now, that's version number 3, right? The confession, right? From an affidavit coming from Colonel Bongan Mangena. In the current story, we're told that Senzo Meyiwa was accidentally shot by the intruders, right? So now, if looking at number 1, he died over a cell phone. Number 2, died because of Kelly Khumalo. Number 3, it is the one that I was just telling you about, the confession of Bongan Ntazi. Number 4, it is the current one where nobody knows actually what happened. It was during the squabble when he had pinned the intruders against the wall, and because of that, Senzo Meyiwa got shot. Now, all of that, it comes from people that are not allowed to speculate. One, police are not allowed to speculate. But in this case, the police are speculating, right? 2, the people in the house, they are not allowed to speculate because they saw everything. Despite all these 4 contradicting stories about how Senzo Meyiwa and why Senzo Meyiwa died, there's somebody sitting there on their rightful state of mind. They're expecting me to believe all of this rubbish. Because this is nonsense. We are not a 2-year kid that just believe for the sake of believing. We don't do that. We're not going to start now. We have never done it in the past. And we're not going to start now. Somebody's better. Look, somebody's gonna look. Has got to tell us the truth here, because this is definitely not the truth, right? I want you guys. There's this account called No Man What that keep threatening me and telling me stop sending me videos. I understand that he's annoyed by what I'm sending. I want you to tell me something, where no man, in case you come across these videos, because I'm not the one, by the way, that sends those videos to you. If you unsubscribe to this YouTube channel, right, and you're still getting notification, write straight to YouTube and tell them that I don't want this notification, because how do I know you that, why are you so special that I can send a whole video to you alone, my brother? Are you that special though, that I need to send a video? And how do I even know you to begin with? But nevertheless, so I'm expecting you guys to balance me here, people like that who are in defense of the Kumalos. I'm expecting you guys to balance me here. I want you guys to make me understand, because at this current moment, I do not understand. Which version should we believe? Out of these 4 versions, which one is the truth? Out of everything that we are being told. Oh, I forgot the current one, the other contradicting story. Just to add this one. Kelly Kumalo tells a story. I released an article. There's an article released by IOL detailing how Melinda Ferguson said, look, writing, she was a biographer of Kelly Kumalo. Kelly Kumalo tells a story of how Senzo Meyiwa died in her own arms, and his mouth turned blue or whatever, right? On the other hand, there is Mapopola, the public figure, telling us a story of how they go to the hospital, and Senzo Meyiwa, Kelly Kumalo was the one driving the car. Senzo Meyiwa was still alive, was taken by the nurses, and they were waiting outside. Then they got a report of how he died. Oh, look, that he has died. So when did Kelly Kumalo so I'm just saying, if you are listening carefully to what is being said, and now you want to believe people actually here are giving us reasons not to believe them, but they are expecting us to believe them, which is going to be quite impossible for me, at least, to believe a person that they themselves do not believe themselves. So why should I waste my time believing in something that you yourself, you don't even believe in? I want that to be clear to me. I want that explanation to me. I want to believe something. But in order for me to believe something here, somebody's going to explain the contradictions. It can't be that he died protecting Kelly Kumalo. Okay, he died for a cell phone. You know what I'm saying? No, he threw a chair and then I shot at him. And then Mapopola, he had pinned the intruder against the wall. And we are talking about the same person here. This same Senzo Meyiwa has been said to have done all these things all at once in one incident. But somebody still expect me to believe that they are telling us the truth. I doubt there's anything called truth in what I am being told here. I'm not trying to be spicy. Now, there's another one that we're going to look at, right? There was an investigation team that was denied access to continue and investigate the case of Senzo Meyiwa. There was an identity kit that was released. I am not going to look at the statement from President Jacob Zuma that he released back then, because there's nothing of interest there in the statement. He just said condolences to the families and blah, blah, blah. So it's unlike Ramaphosa, who said that should not have happened. You know, Zuma did not say much. You know, with that being said, before we get into the issue of the identity kit that was released, And the identity kit that was released somehow tells us about Longwe. Allegedly. Allegedly. I'm looking at the identity kit and I'm like, who's this? But I didn't see. Now, so after they released the identity kit, there was a man that handed himself over to the police because a lot of people had said he looked alike the person who was drawn in the picture. The person, they said that person could not be linked to the case. I don't know if you've heard me. Well, I would like to confirm that indeed that what I said. I said it, and I mean it. They said, there was a person that came forward and told the SAPS that people are saying, I look alike the person whom you have drawn in that identity kit. And people are saying it's me. So I came to present myself before you. So please, police. And the police have to let him go. Did you hear what I said? I said there was a person that came forward and told the police that I look like the person who is in the picture. You don't get it. It's fine. Let me leave you. If you don't get it, forget about it. Let me tell you this. If you don't get it, my friend, forget about it. Let me read this article. I think the fact that the private investigators were appointed may put the police on their toes to do their best. ICC Crime and Justice Department senior researcher Jordan Berger said. Remember, I spoke about the private investigators that were appointed into this thing, right? Did you get any report about them? Don't worry, I'm going to continue to do the research about it, right? Now, it happens in many other countries that they tend to prioritize highly publicized crime. No problem. Let's leave this one. This may be a form of showing a lack of confidence in the ability of police to effectively and efficiently investigate. It could be that the family believes it could speed up the process. The family is looking for immediate answers. They were talking about the reason why the family decided that they want to go for private investigators. So this says something that, number one, the family did not believe. The Senzo family did not believe the police from the beginning. They were like, no. We better get a person that is going to do a private job here because this one's... Why? The question is why the family of Senzo showed signs of distrusting the South African police service. I don't take that lightly. And I wouldn't say they don't have a reason to do so. I think they do have a reason. Now, judging from what we are already seeing transpiring in court, will you blame the family? Looking at how incompetent the police have proven to be in this case, will you blame the family? I don't think I will ever come to a point of blaming the family for actually going to as far as getting their own private investigators. I don't think I will do that. But again, let's continue with this one. There's something that I want you to hear here. Many private investigators companies were started by former senior police detectives. They are often highly skilled and highly experienced detectives, and family wants the best. Okay, so no wonder they... So why then don't you give them? Because these are people who have experience. You know what I'm saying? And I think if I had money and something happens to me, from the experience that I already have, I will just hire a private investigators, because come to think of this, I want to make this thing, so I want to say it in a manner that it would make sense to you. I'm a fan of Lenovo ThinkPad, because that's an original Lenovo, and it's quality there on the functionality of that laptop. But guess what? I lost that laptop the first thing that was stolen to me, do you remember the introduction of flat screens? I was among the few people that went and bought those flat screen. It got stolen. In a mysterious way, police came, did whatever they did, but at the end of it, as much as they took fingerprint, but I was not helped. And then I was asked the value of my assets and all the stuff. After giving them the value, nothing, I never even had a single respond, right? I'm just talking about the fact that private investigators and the Senzo Mewa family going to the private investigators. The next thing that happened as well, there was another housebreaking that occurred where I lost my laptop then. From that flat screen, I did not replace it. Going forward, I bought a laptop which was a ThinkPad laptop, ThinkPad Lenovo. Now, it got stolen. Police came, did whatever they did, took the fingerprint. Till today, I've never had even a single response from them. Right? I was asked the estimation of the value of my my assets, how much I bought them, because not only a laptop, I'm just highlighting a laptop. From there, I was writing my book. In the process of me writing this book, my laptop gets stolen, and then everything was in that laptop. So I had to start afresh writing this book. So I wrote that book. Now that was the third time losing a laptop. I never went to the police station because of the two previous experiences. As if that was not enough. Fast forward, 2020 I think it was in February. I was driving going into Joburg. It was around 6 p.m. when I got hijacked on Boyson's Road. I got hijacked and kidnapped. They from 6. They released me at about 10. And then I went to certain people and I asked them. I told them what have happened, and then I asked them to take me to the nearest police station. And then that nearest police station happens to be Moroka Police Station. And at Moroka Police Station, I sat there. Police are busy asking me questions. They are not tracking the car. I've given them details, almost everything, but they are not tracking the car. They are just registering the case. Guys, I was there at 10. 11 o'clock, I was asked, they rewrote the same statement 3 times. And I'm just showing you the nature of the South African police service that we have. I rewrote, they ask me questions, I come again, and then, hi, I wrote something wrong. They come again and ask me the same question, and I told them. And then, finally, it was done. Now I thought it was done. I then thought to say, you know what? I remembered a certain number, call that number, and then a tracker was alerted. Guess what? I'm at the police station, 11:15. I asked somebody's phone. 11:15, I received a call. We found the car, but the car was already stripped because they were stripping while I was there. So some of the things were missing. No problem. The car was recovered by the tracker unit. Then they get to the car it was taken to 818. So when your goods are such as your cars, they get to 13, right? It was taken to 818. No problem. Now, after registering that case at Moroka Police Station, they took me back to where the incident happened. They asked me to show them where the incident happened. I showed them the street. Or they said that case belongs to Boyson's Police Station. Right. From Moroka Police Station, we went to Boyson's. At Boyson's, sat there. I didn't sit more than 30 minutes there. Then they went there to verify. They took me to verify where the incident have happened and all the stuff. I showed them. And then they took me home. Right. After that, I never received a call till today. I don't know. The next thing I was driving another car. Then I drove to them and asked them, guys, it's been a month. I haven't had a feedback about that case. What happened? Because I even gave them, this guy happened. I overheard them. The people that kidnapped me then. I overheard them. One mentioning his cousin, and look, I saw where to find that cousin. I told them, the police, I gave them all the description to say the cousin's name. I even remember today it was Sandile. And I told them, go to this address. They knew where the car was. And then I showed them that 500 meters, find Sandile there. You would have easily found the people that kidnapped me. You know what I'm, but today, even today, I went there, asked them, what happened to that case? And they told me, oh, the case has been has been moved to Johannesburg Central. They will call you 2020 to 2023. I've never received even a single call. At least to tell me that, hey, we forgot, but finally we happened to arrest your people, the people that hijacked you. Oh, the cell phone and all, nothing. So things like that makes you think, private investigation is the. No wonder now there's this push for private prosecution, because people are tired of the public ones. It makes sense, right? Let's leave this one again. Now, do you remember I spoke about the person that presented himself? Earlier, Brigadier Naval Malila said 2 people questioned about the killing were released without charge. Now they said 1 person presented himself after we issued an identity kit of the suspects. On Facebook, he said people said he looked like one of the pictures. The investigators interviewed him and he could not be linked. Who's that person? I don't know. I'm asking you, who's that person? But don't answer me. If you understand the question, somebody says we were investigated and they couldn't find something. I'm just giving you hint. If you don't get that one, somebody's son said our cell phones were taken. We were taken into questions and we were cleared. Why is this person look like the person in the identity here? I didn't say anything. I'm just saying allegedly. You get it, Moss? You know how it goes. Let's go. Now there was investigators. KwaZulu-Natal private investigators have been roped in by the family of slain football star Senzo Meyiwa. There was an article that was released on the 29th of October. So right there, police did not trust. The family of Meyiwa did not trust the South African Police Service. Right. The article was released by Sihlem Mlambo on the 29th of October 2014. Now, I've already read the article, but yeah, let's get into the article. The article says, then investigator from Magma investigation, the company behind this, the string of recent successes in tracking down wanted suspect, flew out to Johannesburg last night. They have been asked to help despite National Police Commissioner General Raha Pierre announcing that the multidisciplinary task team has been appointed to investigate the matter of the former Bafana and Orlando Pirates goalkeeper. Spokesperson of the family, Mayiwa Siyabonga said the decision to hire private investigation was taken to assist the police, not to shun them. We have decided to hire private investigators to assist the state and law enforcement. As Senzo belongs to the people of South Africa, we owe it to the public to help the police. They need help, says. And the police themselves have said they need help. But what happened to these people? It's what you and we're going to get into the bottom. We need to know, because they were appointed officially. What happened? Because could it be that they got certain information that they were not allowed to disclose? Seeing that they couldn't, then, I don't know. I'm just saying. my mind. I've got wild imaginations. That is why. Now, in a statement, they continue to say, we still need people with information to come forward and assist the police. We have faith in the police. We also want to bring closure to the end of the rumors that are ongoing around, that are going around, so there is peace for South Africans. That is from the Meyiwa family. We are going to start at the crime scene, that is the investigators, right? They say. We are going to start at the crime scene and talk to the investigating officer. Then we will take it from there. We are going to work together. We will hold hands with the police and work together. I think it's going to be difficult. It's going to be a difficult case, but we will investigate and do our best. Every case has its own challenges, he said, confirming that 10 investigators will work to solve the case. 10. Like 10 investigators will work to solve the case. But after 10 investigators, you're telling me that what we now have as the intruders, you mean, hey guys, police with their entire resources could not track the real intruders. The investigators here could not track the real intruders. What happened to their report when they withdraw? Later on, you will remember, AfriForum came into the picture. And when AfriForum came into the picture, they came into the picture and they investigated, and the case was resuscitated because the case by then the case had already been dying. We could see that there was no longer interest to resurrect the case. But when AfriForum came in, the case came alive. But then there was a disagreement between AfriForum and the Meyiwa family. AfriForum says to the Meyiwa family, accept the fact that the people that are arrested, accused number 1 to 5, are the right people. AfriForum said that they and the police do agree that this was a hit. But where is the mastermind? And who is the mastermind? That remains a mystery. There's a question though, as much as this remains a mystery. Here, the question remains unanswered. And the question is pretty much simple and basic, fundamental, but also straight to the point. And the question we ask is, Magma investigators, what happened to your report? I'm interested to get that report. If any of you happens to get hold of that report, do let me know, right? If any of you guys happens to know what happened, because we know that they did not continue with the investigation, that we are sure of. But I've also allegedly been told that they were closed. They couldn't continue with that because they were deprived certain necessary information. If you think I'm joking, look, you can't even dispute it because you must go to Kakasi FM YouTube channel. In 2022, there was an interview that was done by Siyabonga Mia. Siyabonga Mia, I think, is married to Senzo Meyiwa's sister. He's part and parcel of the people that are fighting for justice. There's something that he said, and that is Buthelezi, how she got suspended, fired, whatever you want to say it. Buthelezi has been part and parcel of this case, but in 2015, Buthelezi was suspended, removed from this case. They only brought her back in 2018, 3 years later. And when they brought her back, it's not what I said. Go to Kakasi FM, you'll find the interview. When they brought her back, they did not give her the the docket. That is why we now have docket 375. 375 came out as a result of these investigators that were later brought back into the case but refused the original docket. So they wanted them to come and investigate, but investigate nothing. So these police, realizing this, they were like, okay, we understand, we know this game. What are we going to do? We're going to open a docket on top of a docket, and that's how we got 375. But that alone, wait a minute, it shows that there are people in this case that do not want others to investigate the case. They want the case to themselves. What if, this is allegedly, obviously, what if the magma security, something similar to them happened? And mind you, they are not even police officers, so they would have used the name of police and find ways of using the fact that the police are the official investigators in this country, blah, 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 blah. So there was still going to be possible for them not to be allowed in this case. So I am saying there is a chance that these guys wanted to do their job, but they were not allowed to investigate the case. Just like part and parcel of the... And let me show you this again. If you don't believe what I said, from the mouth of Constable Liar Sizwe Zungu, that guy is a liar by profession. He's a pathetic liar. That pathetic liar said he goes into the headquarters of the SAPS. Makubu is there. And then he began telling them the story of how accused number 5 is part and parcel of this case. Makubu said, "Amancane wena. Le wena. Hey, I'll smell it play." Makubu says, "Amancane. Siyakuzwa khona kodwa nje still smell kancane. You are lying. Because accused number 5 was arrested by me." You know what I'm saying? So he's like, "No, I arrested accused number 5. The time you're saying when accused number 5 was you were busy with him, does not collaborate." That came from the mouth of Constable Sizwe Liar Zungu. Right? No problem. Telezi also is one police that there are people that don't like her. Look at that. Put 1 + 1 together. Does it not give you 2? Buthelezi has been an advocate from the beginning, or she advocated. She's not an advocate. She's a psychologist by profession, yet also a member of the SAPS, who has arrested many serial killers in this country and serial rapists. She's got a very good record in that. Her CV says a lot. Think about if a person like that opened a private security company. Way buffet will be far. But nevertheless, I am saying to you guys, people like that have found the truth and have been saying we need to arrest all of the people that were in that house. They are nowhere near the case. Then the AfriForum came, investigated, got whatever they got. Guess what? The AfriForum today, there was a disagreement between them and the Mayowa family. Because the AfriForum agreed that these are the right people. And the Mayowa family says, no, these are not the right people. We need to arrest the right people. How did the AfriForum strike a deal so much so that they arrive at the point where they can now concur with the police to say these are the right people? How did they arrive to that decision? I don't know. Isn't it interesting? Don't you find it quite interesting that actually they did come to a conclusion that these were the right people? I mean, accused number 1 to 5, to be exact. So, there's quite a lot of things here that I'm still trying to figure it out. But I will figure it out with you. And now that we're going to be having our WhatsApp number, you are going to have to And I'm looking forward to that WhatsApp number. Because, wow, other people will see certain points that I don't see. They will see the proceeding of the case. You know what I'm saying? We'll all watch the same case, but people will then say, Bongs, this is what so and so said. This is what so and so said. This is what so and so said. So, right, starting from now going forward, we are gonna have it cool here. But not only that, people are gonna be saying, do you remember that so and so once said this? Like, there's a lady, I forgot her name, on Facebook. She kept sending, she just does keep sending me information about look, recently she sent me an information about Senzo Meyiwa's sister, telling us that there was a call that was made to her and there was a confession right there. These are people, because people know things that you don't know. Where I'm seated here doesn't mean that I know better than people. So yeah, it's gonna be quite interesting now going forward, because we're gonna be having a number. We're gonna be having a WhatsApp number. So we need to solve that puzzle as well to say, what happened to the report of these private investigators? Number one. Number two, the puzzle that we need to solve is, why is it that the Meyiwa family did not trust the police from the beginning? Because, I mean, if you trust the police, you just leave everything into their hands. That's puzzle number one. Number two. Puzzle number three that we're going to have to solve here, it is the matter of, we have so many stories about that incident. He died protecting Senzo Kelly Kumalo. Cell phone being robbed. He died in Kelly Kumalo's arms. The intruders got there, pointed the people who were in that house with a firearm. They pointed Kelly Kumalo. They were aggressive. They were under the influence of drugs and all the stuff. And the story then keep changing. What we are hearing now is completely different from what we heard previously. I'm saying I want to know from you what to trust, because I'm saying, guys, we need to solve that puzzle. Which story to you makes sense? Number four, 5. I think it's 5. We need to go back. And we need to go back there together. Together, you and I, that's why we are called the tribe. You and I, we will go back to history. History is going to tell us certain things that we don't know. And it now you already see, just by one incident, as we are zooming into this case, you already see that, okay, so Bongan, now I see that these people have not been telling us a consistent story, yet they want us to believe them, right? I want us to go back then. Look at a lot of things that happened back then. Compare them with what we are now being told. So if we do so, you're going to come up with the truth. But please protect me, guys. I know for a fact I'm about to be sent lies, because people will want me to be, to look, they will come up with ways so that I can say lies and then get sued or get arrested. That's one. Two, by giving you guys the WhatsApp number for our conversation here, I know for a fact that I'm going to be sent threats. Yeah, I'm going to kill you. We know where you stay. Yeah, I know all of those things. I'm expecting them. But please, guys, help me by protecting me on that one. Also, we will use this WhatsApp number as well to make sure that if any of you guys have some sort of interviews that we need to do, if you are if you are a lawyer or anybody that has got an opinion about the case, don't worry. We will book a studio. We will go into a studio. You'll just send me your details and tell me that, okay, Bongan, I want to feature in I want to come to your podcast, and I want to talk about this and this and this and this and this. What I'm going to do, I will hire Ndibuti Studio and we will do a recording, because my setting so far, we're still working on, it's a work in progress. So in as much as now we have good lights, but we still need to work on now the sound system. Still doing a research in terms of that, so we can record everything. Even if we are doing a podcast, we can be able to host even more than one person on an interview. Meanwhile, I'm doing that research in terms of adding more equipment. I'm gonna be using the Booty Studio. So if you are interested, you just have to tell me that, okay, Bongs, I'm coming in this capacity. Even if you are a psychologist in this case, studying body language is there. It's very much important to have people who understand how body language works, and people who can tell you that look at this body language from this person is saying this and this and this, or people who are investigators, seasoned investigators, will say no. We want to show you the side of the story, or we want to talk to the tribe about 1, 2, and 3. Look, we'll get into that interview. Sit down, So I'm saying, let's go on and get people that can come here and assist us in solving this case. We need to bring people, you know what I'm saying, who are the intellectual of this world. We also need to get hold of advocates, you know what I'm saying, lawyers, and I'm still connecting to. I've got a friend as well who graduating in law. He knows people as well. He's been connecting me to certain people as well. So we can also use the podcast, the number, to that extent, where we then get to communicate with certain people in other places. We want to make sure that we get as much information as possible. So it's gonna make sure that we as the tribe, we get informed about a lot of things, and we go into details or depth about this case, because that's the only way we can find out. There are a lot of loopholes. There are a lot of things that does not make sense here. We need to talk about the judge. I was watching an interview, I think it was done by Newsroom Africa, where they were talking about, there was this legal expert that was talking about the judge, and they was talking about how this judge is so impartial. And this judge, actually, it appears like this judge have already made a conclusion to say he's gonna sentence accused number 1 to 5 wrongfully. So, and this same legal expert was also saying that in his interview with the Newsroom Africa, he also said that the current judge is displeased by his conduct of not giving the state a chance to speak. I mean, not the statement, the defense. He's so harsh and hard on the defense. But when the state speak, they've got look. It's like in jail. He's like, you own the space. Just speak as much as you want, but as long as the defense doesn't speak as much as they want, which is a problem that we were complaining about, to say we want to see justice. We want to see fair people being treated fair. You know what I'm saying? We want fair treatment. And he rose something like that. He raised that point. And those are the people that we would like to have on this show. Now that we've got a WhatsApp number, you just have to tell them, hey man, please visit our podcast there. Give us your 2-cent opinion. We will highly appreciate that. As a tribe, we really wanna get into the nitty-gritty of this matter. And trust you me, we will do exactly that as the tribe. Believe you me, right now, what I'm also planning, guys, you're gonna assist me. I'm gonna be talking to people like general members of society and get their views. I'm also gonna be talking to medical students, and I'm gonna get their medical law student. Yes, not medical student. I'm gonna be talking to law student as well. Right now, it's just that they're writing their exams. They are preparing to write their exams now, so that's why I don't want to disturb them. But yes, if you know somebody that has graduated in the criminal law, but they're not practicing, they just want to come to the podcast, let's come, because we need those minds. We need to come. We need to wrap our opinions together and get. Maybe we're gonna get somewhere. Maybe we will get the big fish that as well, like the likes of Advocate Mnisi, Advocate Ramasepere, Advocate Advocate Ngumalo, Advocate Mshololo. We will love to have such people on our podcast as well, because also they will help us to make sense of this case. Because right now, currently, it's not like we are not against them. We're just against the idea that accused number 1 and 5 are the right people for the Vloko to be sentenced for the Meyiwa case. We don't believe that. We rather believe that the right people are out there. These ones are actually the wrong ones. And that's the bottom line. And that's what we are actually Standing up, man, that's what we advocate for. That's what we want. You know what I'm saying? Now that I've said all of this, I want you guys to get into the comment section below. I want you guys to tell me what your thought about everything. You and I, we will meet in the next video. But until that next video, cool people, please take care.